Okay, where did Vetra go? She says she's all the way in the back. So back here.
So the Turians kick out the Genophage.
Yep, here we go.
Basically destroy.
Damn it, Sid.
What's going on?
I get influence with power players, only to have it squandered by a sister calling in favors under my name.
Ah, she got in
You
trouble.
know she got the genome for... Oh, what is it? Cats. Pulled from storage. 1, there's no place to grow anything right now. 2, it seems they aren't even a food. So why?
Ah, cats.
Lots of people love cats. They make them happy.
I don't think we're in a position to put amusement over necessities. She just doesn't think. Tries to help everyone, damn the consequences. And she thinks what we do is so exciting, but doesn't really understand what it takes.
How can she, when you keep trying to shield her from your work?
I just didn't want her to grow up before she had to. Like I did.
We don't know how
She's
old her
shown
sister
she's
is,
ready.
actually.
Trust that. You can't protect her forever.
But what if she gets herself into another mess? What if she gets hurt?
Whatever happens, I'm here for the both of you. I care about Sid.
Aww.
Because I care about you.
Aww.
Right. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Get to
You don't have to say
sucking.
anything. How
I
about
just
we
said
get
that.
back to work?
I just said that. Wow. Get to sucking. How sharp are Turian teeth?
Ryder.
Nothing else?
I was curious about you and Sid being...
I'm actually
I
not.
really wouldn't recommend it.
I want to see if we can flirt. What happened to their mother?
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
How'd you survive?
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
Oh.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright, so that's it. I thought we'd advance with the romance plotline, but nope! We did not. Absolutely not. Okay. Well, what should I do now? Like I said, the only other mission that I saw that could be considered, like, for the side mission, I could meet Drac at Krala's song. Peebee, see, this one's on hold. Learn more about the Remnant, so I can't do this one yet, the secret project. But Liam, I can't do anything until I do more outposts, which I don't want to fucking do. It looks like Jal has this mission, find Thaldir. Maybe I should talk to Peebee at the museum on Aya. See what that does. If I return the Nexus control, I could. This is loyalty mission. I could keep going with this. I guess there's a few things to do. At the Nexus, there's a couple things. And, Drac. At the Nexus, there's a couple things, and Peebee, there's a thing to do. So I'll do one of the two, I don't know. Wow, Durek says that I'm the top Mass Effect Andromeda stream, even though I only have around 300 viewers. See what I mean? How fickle, audiences are when it comes to new games? Like, they'll watch them for a week, and then after that, it's like, well, that's it, forget it. I thought the strike team's back yet. Anything new from Peebee?
Hey, what's shaking?
Nope.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Wow, what a great line of dialogue there. Okay. Let's see. Where's the museum? Here it is, the museum trip. Let's do this. Doing a lot of the main, you know, the character side content. Not crappy grinding side content, but character-specific side content. That actually is a little bit interesting, so... Darziak says I should build or buy the N7 armor set because it works better with my biotics. Huh. Here we go. The museum trip. Look at the Scourge. A lot of Scourge. They never did explain what the Scourge is, did they? It's just kind of there. Okay. Museum trip. So let's do this Peebee mission, see how it turns out, and then go from there. Oh! Ugh. Which is funny because I've already been in the museum, just I didn't have the mission for Peebee yet to go to the museum when I was here. Alright, this way. No, this is wrong. That's wrong. I need to get inside and then head the other direction. Okay. Stop it with the beeping. I don't want to scan things every 5 seconds. Sheesh. Why is there no music? What happened to this? The audio's all screwed up. Now it's back to normal. Museum's around the corner. There's Liam. Liam having a drink. Showing his butt. Oops, I wanted to talk to her, instead I interacted with the exhibit. What the? Wait, can I interact with her? Stop it! What the hell? Is she drunk? She's like, she's drunk! She's drunk! What the fuck? Peebee is drunk!
New neighbors?
Sort of. All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
She doesn't sound drunk.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, writer. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Don't worry, Peebee. The Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
I think she's supposed to be drunk, but she looks exactly the same as normal.
Or in that Archon's ugly mug and live to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
You're fine, Peebee. We all need to cut loose once in a while.
You're very understanding and attractive.
Whoa!
Nice combination. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Wow, what an amazing mission this was. That was it. That was it. I can't even talk to her anymore, look. You can't even talk to her again. Wow, what a great mission. Well, she basically hit on me. Not that I know if that's gonna do anything. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of this low frame rate hell. Ah, stuck. Ah, I can't move. Fast travel station. Here we go. Get me out of here. Here we go, to the Tempest. I gotta fast travel there first. I love how she's supposed to be drunk and she looks exactly the same as when she was sober. Only she's like this, bumbling a little bit. Okay. On to the Tempest. Is this the Tempest? No. What is this beeping that keeps happening? What, they want me to scan this? They're dying for me to scan this stupid ship. Alright, how do I get out of here? I want to leave. How the fuck do I leave the planet? How do I leave? Oh my god. Here it is. About time. Alright, so should I go meet up with Drac in the Nexus, or should I say screw all the end of the Krogan mission structure and just go do story? What do you think? Because technically I haven't finished the Krogan plotline yet. I'm thinking I should go to the Nexus.
Peebee said she wanted to talk to you.
Oh wait, never mind. We gotta go talk to Peebee. What's going on? Get out of here. Exit. Open the door. Open this goddamn door. The door wouldn't open.
Think. I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit. You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
Ah.
You've got to relax. You're starting to stress me out.
I'd like to. I need to. Yes. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius.
Yes, turn it into
It's
anti-gravity.
easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
Ooh. Anti-gravity sex.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax. Let yourself go.
Everything starts floating.
This hits the spot.
This giant dildo starts floating up. She's like, oh, not that. What's that?
There's something else that would relax me.
Oh.
What's that?
That's the spirit. Wanna fool around?
Ooh.
Doesn't matter if you have something else
sex
going
scene.
on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached.
Yes.
Only if there's no strings.
If he says I'd want strings, I wonder if it blows it, because she says only if there's no strings.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay then. Say no more.
Oh, you mean now? Here?
You do know what say no more means, right? Huh.
Anti-gravity Snooky.
Oh.
Snuu-Snuu.
Oh, we're floating right into the,
Toilet.
Ouch. Who cares?
We floated to the toilet.
Ow!
Ow.
I got my left ball stuck in the toilet. Yes. You get to see it. We won't get to see anything. This is bullshit.
No strings.
Why didn't we get to see anything?
No strings.
This is bullshit. I didn't get to see anything. Get back in there. Do it again. Where is she? Open the pod. I didn't get to see a goddamn thing. Why the fuck? Why is there no... I didn't get to see anything at all. That's their sex scene? That's bullshit. That's terrible. Dude, seriously. That was the worst ever. That was worse than every other Mass Effect love scene ever made. That was worse than Cortez. I'd rather see the Cortez sex scene again. What was that? They closed the door. That's complete bullshit. What the hell? That's bullshit. Open the door again. Apparently that wasn't the scene. That isn't the last one, people are saying. There's more. Oh, okay. There's more anti-grav sex when they close the door on you. Oh, good. Thank God there's more. Alright, anyway. Anyway. Let's see. We still got the Hacker Sanctuary we never did, huh? Wait a minute. Meet with Sid on the Nexus. Sid has a different mission for the Nexus. Look. This is a completely different mission. Dude, there's a lot to do. Holy fuck. We gotta meet Drac. We have to return to Nexus Control to talk about the fate of the Krogans. We have to meet with Sid. There's a ton to do with the Nexus right now. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Let's see. We gotta go to the Nexus. Back to the Nexus. There we go. Alright, I said we continue with this with all the stuff on the Nexus to do. A ton of miscellaneous stuff.